Welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about the Reolink 2K battery doorbell, but really, yes, it is a battery doorbell, but I think the title and the name of it is kind of misleading because I wired it. And so if you think you're looking for a wired doorbell, the fact that this is called a battery, anyway, we're going to chat about 10 reasons why I think you should consider it. So with the Reolink, we are with that longer doorbell, nice compact packaging. This doesn't come with an extra chime, one-handed here. This is just taking its time coming out. Come on. And we're off. We've got the instruction booklet, thick, and then we've got the actual doorbell itself. Nice big, it's got that slightly longer than the normal one. And then you've got your, I'd say that is a piece of packaging. And then inside here is, oh yeah, okay. You've got your USB type C to A, and then you've got your mounting plates and brackets. That's your angle. That's your standard one, and there's a little pin at the bottom. I presume that's what that pin is for inside there. Otherwise, we're not bad. Nice heft to it actually. And there's the doorbell connectors. Okay, let's charge it up and then get it on the wall. So we've started charging up this. We're going to use the wedge. We've got the hammer to hammer in the plugs, 6mm drill bit, and a little for the back to wire that fella in. So yeah, let's give it a go. If you're not comfortable with this kind of wiring, make sure you get an electrician, but I have an idea what I'm doing here, so. Reason number one, it is no subscriptions. I'm after moving into a new house, a new property, and a lot of my neighbors, I can see some of the other doorbells that they have, and I can see the make and model of them. And I'm thinking to myself, you're paying a monthly subscription for that. And what I like about Reolink is it's subscription free. It operates, it does person detection, it does motion detection, it does vehicle detection and package detection, and you still don't have to have a subscription. Yes, there is a subscription available if you want it, and more online storage, but the base version is what I have, and you don't need a subscription. So no more monthly outgoings. It's a one-time only fee. This doorbell was gifted to me by connectit.ie. I'll put the link in the description, and as of time of recording, this doorbell is at a sale price of €139, down from €149. So no subscription is reason number one. Reason number two is the head-to-toe view. It's got a 1:1 aspect ratio and 180 degrees of viewing angle. I probably could have put it a bit lower, but I like it in line with the door handle, and I can see anybody coming up the driveway in front of our property, as you can see from the film there. So you can see packages on the ground, you can see people coming towards you. And so reason number two is that ratio of seeing more screen and that 1:1 aspect ratio. Reason number three is the high quality 2K video. You're getting high quality video. 2K is what they're calling it, but it's 4 megapixels. And you can really zoom in and see what's happening with regards to features, with regards to the type of vehicle, the writing on that vehicle, license plate numbers, all that kind of stuff. So reason number three would be the high quality video that you're getting out of it. Reason number four would be both power options. You can have a battery, and they reckon you'll get months out of it. What it's saying, up to 5 months, because it's a 7,000 milliamp hour battery. But I have it wired in because the property came with a doorbell wire coming through it. There's 2 screws in the back of it. If you're confident enough, if you're not confident enough, make sure you use a registered electrician. I was confident enough, turned off the fuse box and wired up, and because it's the low voltage, it doesn't make a difference whether you do it left or right, and then plugged it back in. And it's nice, it charges up the battery gradually and lets it down gradually, so there's a cycling of the battery from what I can see anyway. At the start of this video review, I was talking about how they called it a 2K battery Reolink doorbell. I don't know, I think they really shouldn't be calling it a battery doorbell. They should call it multi-power option. I don't know, but I think the battery one is kind of throwing people off on the listing of it. And this isn't a connected.ie issue. This is what Reolink call it themselves. Number 5 is the weatherproof design. It's got an IP65 rating. It blows my mind that there are doorbells out there that don't have a proper waterproof, dustproof rating on it. I'm not sure what kind of a scenario you'd expect to put these doorbells up in, maybe in an inside porch, but this one is out in the elements. I'm confident in it. Sun sets in the evening on it, face on, but otherwise it doesn't get much direct sunlight during the day. But the IP65 rating gives me great confidence that, and it is Ireland that we're based in, so it is getting a lot of rain and wind, and I'm on the building site at the moment, so there is a lot of dust floating around as well. So happy with the weather rating on it. Reason number 6 to consider the Reolink doorbell is the dual Wi-Fi band, so it's 2.4 or 5 gigahertz, and so it's understanding what's busy, and obviously that 2.4 spectrum is fairly congested with a lot of stuff on it. So Reolink have invested the money, put in the 5 gigahertz option in there as well, so it'll jump on which Wi-Fi network it thinks there's. Where mine is located, it's actually behind the main wall. I have an access point in the living room, so it's fairly very close to a proper access point, so I have no problem with that. And it's Wi-Fi 7 I've put into the property. There'll be a video about that coming in the future, but the fact that it has dual Wi-Fi bands just means it's going to jump on the one that it thinks is working strongest for it. Number 7 is the smart detection. So whether it's motion, whether it's a vehicle, whether it's a person, or whether it is a package, it understands what it is, so I can glance at my phone or on my watch when I get that notification through, and I've got that push notifications on within a certain time window. We talk about this in the app when we go and do the app run through after the 10 reasons I think you should consider it. It's been great. I'm facing onto a roadway, and it is a side by side, left to right, as well as a towards camera, and so I've tried to zone it so that it's not picking up everything. Unless something's driving right past my property, I get a notification, but otherwise I'm not getting anything as it comes towards the camera. Anybody that comes into the front driveway, whether it's dropping off post, whether it's delivering a package, when I'm parking on or my partner's parking on it, or even some of the kids in the estate sometimes go around our car on their scooters and stuff like that, so it's picking up all that. So yeah, not too many false alarms and great sensitivity, and the fact that you're getting all this subscription free, I think is a real one to consider. Number 8 is the two-way audio. So you can hear what people are saying, and you can also talk back to them. Number 1, via the app, and number 2, if you can't talk, you're in a conference call or you're in a meeting or a phone call, there are smart replies, and you can record your own, or you can actually, the system will give you a couple of predefined ones, but we'll talk about that in the app run through. But the fact that you can do two-way audio, I think it's great, and the delay is very minimal as well. And so to have that option of wherever you are in the world, once you get the notification on your phone, to be able to say whatever the presets are, or your own one that you've recorded, is another nice option. Reason number 9 to consider the Reolink doorbell is the fact that you can have a micro SD card on board, 256 gigabytes, or what I've done is I've actually gone for the Reolink hub, and we'll be doing a separate video on that, but I can have local storage on the actual device itself, or you can have it in the hub, but I've decided to have it in the hub because it's just bigger expansion in that, and I've connected that up to the Wi-Fi network and server. So, but if you don't have all of that kind of stuff, there'll be a separate video on that. There is a little slot in the back that you can stick in a 256, up to 256 gigabyte memory card in that as well. So, reason number 9. Reason number 10, and the reason that this channel is really what we're going to be doing, is that Home Assistant integration. There will be a separate video on my Home Assistant system, but when doing the research for the cameras and knowing that my base is going to be Home Assistant, Reolink just kept on coming to the top. The fact that Reolink have said to Home Assistant developers, you can have access to everything, where some of the other smart doorbells are picking and choosing as to what Home Assistant can see, what it can action on. So my idea, for example, what I'm planning on doing is with the PIR sensors on the front of the camera on the doorbell. Once they're activated in Home Assistant, what I'm going to get that to do is to talk to the light outside. And so it turns on the light and it turns on the light in the hallway. So having that PIR activation on the doorbell will then trigger other things within that Home Assistant system. And the fact that I can have access to that data, and you can do lots of other things then as well on it. So it's the number 10 is the probably my main reason I went with the Reolink, but I left it right till the very end of the list, is the Home Assistant integration. So I'm really looking forward to showing you that video. Now we've talked about the top 10 reasons why you should consider the Reolink doorbell. Let's have a look through the app in a bit more detail. This is the Reolink app, and you can see this is the overview, and this is my home, and you can add more Reolink devices to it. So you can see where I was coming from. I've got my Reolink hub as the upper level that's feeding in, and into that then I've got the front door doorbell, and you can make that larger there, so you can see the PIR on the top right hand side is active, the date, the time, the name, etc., etc. On that at the bottom, we'll go before we jump into the camera. I want to run through what else is on the actual screen. So top right hand corner, you've got the plus symbol, and that will allow you to scan a new device and add it into it. Bottom panel along the bottom, you've got the different services. So you've got the ability to extend your warranty, which I've done. You can have some cloud storage, which is the services if you require it. I don't. You can put a SIM card into it if it's away from a network, and then you can connect it to smart home. So you can connect it to your Google Alexa, and I will be doing a separate video on the Home Assistant. You can also explore all the different type of Reolink cameras on the actual via the app, and then you have your own profile. So going back to the actual hub, but within that Reolink hub is the front doorbell. I can click on the settings. So the top panel there, if I click that, it'll give me the information on the device, software updates, etc. Does a lot of personal stuff, and that's I won't dive into that. Got what Wi-Fi it's connected to, what the percentage is on the battery. It's at 90%. So as I said, it's floating. It doesn't keep it at 100%. And you can see the runtime over the last 4 weeks. That exceptionally busy day at the end of August. There was a lot of people coming in and out the doors. We were getting some work done, so there was a lot of tradespeople in and out. So with the display, you've got a couple of different options. You can flip vertical, flip horizontal, stream it live, HDR, whether you want that off, on, or automatic, anti-flicker, a couple of different options there, 50, 60 hertz, other, or close it all together. Day and night, automatically change over the brightness. Camera name, where you want that on the recording, where you want the date, the watermark, your privacy mark, which is nice. You can have it select certain areas if you've got places or things that you don't want to pick up, and then brightness and shadows, automatic day mode, and then automatic day and night mode. So that's display. Sounds, then you've got the ability to record audio, what the doorbell button sound is going to be, what the volume of that is, and then you've got your couple of voice messages. You've got the ones that are downloadable, you've got the ones that I've saved, you've got the ability to leave an auto reply. So after 15 seconds, it'll say leave at the green bin at the side gate. Thanks. And so you've got a lot of those lovely options that you can do there. Below that then you've got the lights. So you have the infrared light, whether it's automatic or not, the indicator light, which is the little blue one at the top, and then the button ring light that shows people where the doorbell status is. So you can have all that. And then what chime, existing chime settings, whether the home hub rings or not, and then the smart home integration with Google, Alexa, or Home Assistant. You can have the PIR motion sensor. I'm going to have that connected up as mentioned. Detection alarm is what you want that to do and how sensitive you want that to be. Just give it a second to load up. No detection zones. I've got motion mark beta on there, what sensitivity is going to be like, and what object size you're going to be able to check as well. And then camera recording, I've got it on as well. Push notifications are on, email alerts are off, and I have FTP off as well. Time lapse, you've got an option of a couple of time lapses. So I've done a sunset a couple of weeks ago, and you can see what that looks like there. This is back in the beginning of August. You can see cars parking up and changing right at the very end to night mode. There you go, as the sun sets. But you can do a couple of different, you can do moving clouds, sunrise, sunsets, construction, flowers blooming, or you can customize it as well. Installation method, there's a nice video. It shows you how to install the actual thing, and then advanced allows you to reboot it then as well. That's the main settings within the camera, but if I click on the camera bit itself at the bottom, then you've got these shortcuts, and this is what will appear to you if the doorbell gets pressed. So top right, you'll see alarm. You can trigger that if you see something you don't want to see. Then we've got the ability of having multiple camera feeds on the one layout. You can have it as a floating widget beside the settings cog. And then below that, then you can pause the feed or have it play. You can have the audio on or off. You can have high resolution, what size screen you want. You've got your quick prompts access here if somebody comes to the door. The ability to talk directly using the audio. And then you also have the ability of playback. And so you'll see Patricia and the dog today coming back from walk. Not sure who's walking who, but you also get to see the different things that are happening. So you can see when people are detected. Motion is kind of like that moving ball. And you can filter it by somebody ringing the doorbell, seeing a person, a vehicle, a package, or other. So you can filter that by, and then you can filter it by days, weeks, months, etc. Very handy to have. And overall, a really user-friendly app. I would like face detection, so I'll have to see if Reolink offered that with regards to its subscription service. But otherwise, the fact that it's locally stored, the fact that it's no subscription, the fact that... Hopefully you've enjoyed the unboxing, the 10 reasons why I think you should consider this Reolink 2K Wi-Fi battery doorbell, and also the app run through. Jump into the comments and let me know whether you've got one, what you think of it, or whether you're thinking about going for one. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do so. Hit the like button, leave a comment, and remember, follow Smart Home Tested for the Smart Life Simplified.